Recording. Hello, my beautiful watchers, or whatever the fuck I'm gonna decide to call you guys. I don't fucking know. You're gonna have to deal with staring at my ugly mug for this entire video, so get used to that. Basically, this video, as I said in the last video I made, is gonna be me sharing, like, given my problems with the FVN scene. And I can already hear the comments from the idiots pouring in, like, oh, just let people enjoy things, and other bullshit mantras that I know will be said by these people because they can't handle criticism, even when the criticism isn't exactly directed at them personally, it's just directed at the community in general, which I guess includes them, but whatever, semantics. My main issue with the furry visual novel community is that they cannot seem to differentiate between good writing and bad writing, as well as the fact that the majority of the ends that are releasing in the current age all consist of either a dating sim or it's just oh, you can fuck this character real fast, or there's there's like a semi adherence to story and shit, and then you have like the majority of it being related around the characters and the players attempt to fuck their ass, like it's a very sad state of affairs. And you have some VNs that actually do counteract this. You have stuff like Echo, which isn't a dating sim, no matter how many times people tell me it is. It's not a dating sim. It's actually a story. It's telling a story. And that story is trying to scare you. That's the entire point of the game. Just because it has a route doesn't mean that it is inherently a dating sim. You fucking morons. But, that was an ad hominem. Shouldn't have said that. Whatever. Who fucking cares? Basically, you have the occasional exceptions to the rule that actually try and tell a decent story, like Echo and the Smoke Room and Arches, even though Arches is falling downhill in my view. It's starting to embrace, well, it hasn't started to yet, but it's sowed the seeds for a potential downward spiral in writing quality, which this is what people seemed to misunderstand about my comment and my post on the furry visual novel Reddit subreddit and the Itch.io page for Arches. They don't seem to understand that my issue is that I'm seeing the potential for bad writing. And I genuinely do trust Howley as a writer because he's given me some of the most greatest experiences with just in general. He's really good at what he does in writing terms. In fact, I'm going to pause it because I know if I go on the HO page and you see what's on the public thing, YouTube will take it off. YouTube will take this video off the site because it's run by Puritans, and that just proves my point that the furry visual novel community that were run by horny assholes who can't seem to understand any real comprehension whatsoever. So I'm on page now for my comments. As you can see, the simps have ratioed me, which is kind of amusing, not gonna lie. Basically, it says I'll just read it for you. So I played the 6th build of Arches on the 14th, and I have a major problem with the way the story is going. It was amazing for the majority of the build until Cam was canonically confirmed as a psychic. Basically, the last 10 minutes or so were dog shit because this reveal. Ah, yes, let's have a ex-drug addict realize he's a psychic and that taking hallucinogens and other drugs is a way to increase his powers. excuse me, what the fuck? Aside from the obviously fucked up message, the problem with this reveal is that it can lead to terrible writing very fucking quickly. Cameron's in a bind and needs to get out, just uses Deus Ex Machina psychic powers to escape. And here is the main point. Here is the main point of this comment I made. The problem with this reveal is that it can lead to terrible writing. Can lead, as in it might happen. People don't have any reading comprehension, I swear. Um, yeah, Deus Ex Machina psychic powers to escape. These are everywhere in media with psychic powers, just ugh. And then I do this. I say, then I wrote this out. I trust Howley as a writer, and he's given me some of the most impactful moments in fiction I've ever experienced, but I'm not about to sit back and ignore his decrease in writing quality, like a sheep chewing cud laced with poison. I really hope he manages to find a way to fix this aspect of the story before it destroys any goodwill I have for this game entirely. See, if I was in bad faith, I would have just said, fuck this game, fuck Howley, I'm out. But no, I'm actually like, I trust him, I hope he fixes it, I hope he's not going the way I think he is. And then I did this PS because I knew it was going to happen. I know for a fact the Echo Project Sims will attack me for this comment, saying bullshit mantras like, stop being so negative, and it's a free visual novel made by a small team. To address those sniveling simps, I'm being critical because I fucking love the Echo Project and don't want to see it go downhill and become bad. I've been reading their VNs since before Dastra was even a thing, and I have immense passion for some of their games. I'm so fucking sick. People thinking being critical of something you love is inherently a bad thing. It's not. If you think it is, you have the mental maturity of an 8th grader snorting glue. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, I probably went a bit too far. I probably shouldn't have put this one in here, this sentence. But I don't apologize for it at all. Sorry if it offended people, but don't apologize for writing it. Because I have every right to. And then, of course, the comments here are like, this dude actually says some good stuff. Like, I totally agree with this. Also, with the whole, wow, I'm communicating to you through my psychic powers, just doesn't fit Echo. It really doesn't. But then he says this, and I immediately don't. Oh, it's sarcastic. I didn't notice that part. Okay, good. But then you have people like Avian Vivo. I don't understand why that's a name, but okay. Anyway, everything here is in fucking lowercase letters, so that's basically what I expect with people in the furry VN scene. Just grammar doesn't matter, really doesn't. Considering we're talking about a world where multiple paranormal entities are confirmed to exist and can directly engage in the affairs of the living, how come psychics are a bridge too far? Okay, so alien, I don't know who you are. I don't know what your fucking pronouns are. I'm just gonna call you avian. My concern isn't about the psychic part. Is what I that part isn't what have a problem with. It's like it's the potential that I have for it. And I'm not even sure if he is a psychic. I mean, it seems pretty damn sure that it's canonically confirmed that he's a psychic at this point, considering he literally communicated with fucking Devon through their minds. But my problem is that it doesn't make sense for his character. And of course, here we have this isn't out of the Echo wheelhouse at all, and the whole isn't blown up to this right from the first build. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Do you have no reading comprehension? Pretty sure you don't. Pretty sure you don't at all, because it's really not been building to him being a psychic. It's just been Dev incorrectly labeling him a psychic because he wants there to be some way for him to know that there's an afterlife, which that makes sense in Devon's character. Devon is an actually well-written character with flaws and, not perfect. Cameron is also a really great character who has been built up as a he's one of the best characters in the Echoverse for me, right next to Sam. Really, like Sam is insane in terms of that. Anyway, especially since both Echo and the Smoke Room have dropped implications at similar things for a while. Bruh. Bruh, 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 no, 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 no. That's such a fucking misread. But whatever. It doesn't make sense to preemptively dub something a Deus Ex Machina when it actually has setup and relevance to the story at hand, and when it hasn't been used in that way at all. This actually I agree with. This actually is pretty good criticism of my comment. I agree with this. I shouldn't have phrased it that way. But then this person goes on to say, also, aren't you the guy who made videos complaining about both Adastra and the smoker may use? Doesn't feel like you're being critical because you genuinely care about the project, especially when you shit on the writer and then write off anyone who doesn't agree as a sniveling simp, acting incredibly self-important and entitled. Yeah, you basically lost all goodwill I have. Well, not really goodwill, but just any consideration for your opinion the second you said this. Because this is, yeah, this entire sentence here is just ad hominem. And yeah, that immediately makes me feel like you don't have any genuine things to say, despite the fact you literally said something really cool here and that I agree with, actually. The thing wrong with this is that, especially when I shit on the writer, okay. Anyway, right off, anyways, doesn't agree with it as a sniveling simp. Of course, just people, as usual, and of course, edit. Never mind. After watching your Dash review, where you call Virginia a feminazi and drop a slur before pausing to take a piss, that Echo Project tour about losing your support. Oh, for fuck's sake! Yeah, that was where I completely lost any reason, any like goodwill I had for the person because not that's not what I mean. Like I any like their opinion was immediately invalidated by these last two things they said, and of course I responded with I cannot fathom this mindset. Yes, I'm aware that Echo is a talented paranormal hotspot, but it still doesn't excuse poor writing, which, as I said in my comment, this subject is now poorly written. In fact, I enjoyed the majority of it. My problem is that I can foresee a potential fatal flaw in the writing. It's like people don't read, it's like they skim. Psychic powers are notorious for being used in a Deus Ex Machina type way. I trust Howley and hope he doesn't fuck it up big time, but I'm not a blind consumer who goes whatever cut is going to be for supper. As for the second part of your comment, I genuinely chuckled when you mentioned my reviews. I did. Like, full on belly laugh. It was hilarious. Yes, I called Virginia what I did because it's true. She's an entitled, spoiled bitch who complains about being born into a rich and powerful family, despite a large portion of Adastra being in major poverty. She's a feminazi at worst and a Karen at best. As for the slur part, grow the fuck up. It's the internet, you'll see this shit all the damn time. Yeah, it's just what I believe. If you can't handle seeing words that might possibly offend you, then I don't know, get off the internet, why don't you? That sounds really gatekeepy, who fucking cares? And then we have Wolfie Wolf, who does the potential spoilers, the Echo series bullshit, and then does a bunch of fucking. Does a fucking shitload of spaces, and then says, we're in a world where ghost possession and time travel's a thing. We're in a world where said ghost possession can lead into those ghosts completely changing a person. We're in a world where literal demons are monsters. Monsters are real. Hello, remember Flynn's rat? I know people don't like him because he's a dick, but if you know, you know. It's nothing ordinary for this universe. Wow, another fucking idiot. Another idiot here. And then here's me again, not more ratios. I fucking love it. It's so funny. This doesn't excuse bad writing, and I'm beginning to think quite a few Echo Project fans are illiterate. Yeah, genuinely. It's the only way I can think of that. The only way I can think of that explains this lack of critical thinking skills when it comes to writing quality. Yes, the worlds these games are set in is full of paranormal events, but that doesn't mean you forget to write a coherent and logical story in said world. Flynn's route is my favorite in the original game, not only because I love Flynn, but also because the writing quality skyrocketed during it. McSkinney, who wrote Flynn's route, is an amazing writer, sometimes better than Howley. conclusion, a story having unrealistic elements doesn't excuse it having bad writing. I will still point it out and hope the creator listens to my advice. That's the entire point of critique, to improve an artist's work. And apparently, this comment where where I'm trying my fucking best to be, considerate to other people because I'm not. Just wow. Negative two. Negative two, of course. Funny. And then, of course, we have going bonkers with actually a really based comment. Well, I agree with Cameron obtaining psychic powers from drugs is incoherent and illogical to the rest of the Echo series. I don't agree with how this compromises Allie's writer in the future. Of course, I get this all for speculation. We'll be able to fully criticize this further once the plot continues on. This is like one of the only comments that I fully agree with entirely. Like genuine based energy coming off this person. I love him. So yeah, that was basically a little thing because it was just to prove a point, prove a point that Echo Project feels like the free VN community doesn't have any critical thinking skills to me. Like I don't think they do. Like sometimes I feel like with all the media that gets pushed out these days by Hollywood and other institutions of media, people have basically lost their ability to think about media in any critical way, and it's just like, oh, eat the sludge and move on to the next sludge. It really feels like that sometimes. Not saying Arch is a sludge. It's not. It's above average. It's really good. It just doesn't make sense to me why people can't accept that doesn't media needs to be criticized in order to become better. It's just a fact. Okay, so then I went to Reddit and I basically post the exact same thing. The exact same thing. Just to see what people would say about it and all that. And as you apparently it got lots of views and like 42% upvote rate for some reason. I don't understand how that happened. Of course, I did these edits. The code from The Sims is amazing. The salty taste of The Sims fueled me, and kind of jest. And then we have Giga Madon. What a fucking weird name. And now we have some idiot who's taking copium. Oh boy. Well, we really don't know what made Cameron a psychic, but the major plot point of his story is that he was a psychic first, then became a drug addict. Later, he saw her income master when he was 8. Because of this, his life been fucked up for years, from drug addiction to abusive relationship. So I see no more problem. Writing him a drug addicted psychic. Drug addiction is the result of being a psychic, not the other way around. That I actually agree with. And the game did explain clearly why drugs make his psychic powers stronger. Cameron's psychic power got stronger, and his mind is cleared and empty. Drug forces his mind to go numb, whether he likes it or not. Doesn't really fucking excuse it now, does it? Another important thing is that Echo really likes to manipulate people's mind using what they want. Yeah, honestly, that's true. For example, it creates adult to manipulate Leo, it creates adult Sydney to manipulate Flynn. It actually doesn't. That's Sam McKean Sydney as an adult, like what Flynn would think. Because if you remember, Sam jumped from Chase into Leo. That is the point. James Hendricks gives Carl the ego boost he craves. It is totally plausible everything Cam's been doing so far in the story. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. That's what I was fucking hoping for, dipshit. I was hoping that it was all Echo. I hope it is. I really do. It's just Echo's smoke and mirror for forcing him to believe he's actually a psychic. Yeah, that's exactly what I want it to be. Let's be real. The reason he's being shook to death right now is because he bought it to Bar. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. That's what I want it to fucking be. Heck, the old telepathy thing might not even be real. Echo did make Leo believe Chase talked to him, but in reality Chase didn't. That's the fucking what. That's what I want it to be. It's what I'm thinking it's been this entire time. I hope it is. Of course, and Cameron's not the only person who can pull psychic shit. Yeah, no fucking shit, dipshit, but at least it made sense for those characters because they were in dream states. Sam had a vision of Melissa Boyk and route? Yeah, no shit. Same division of Life and Murdoch's route. No fucking shit. Chase a division of Daniel, the ferret that Brian killed in Leo's route. Yeah, obviously. Chase saw a picture of Micah on Route 65. We'll confine him with TJ. 6 years before that picture was taken in Jonah's route, so not only Chase saw a vision from the future, but also in a different timeline. Micah had a vision of Sydney when he was drowned by Chase in Jonah's route. Yeah, cool. Of course, we have that comment actually was pretty good. I like it a lot. It makes a lot of sense. These are actually great points. I want it to just be Echo making him think that, but honestly, I mean, it probably will be honestly, but I hope it is. Drug-induced psychic or not, you should not forget that we are talking about Echo, the town, the place where an outlet-faced monster lacerates people, chases and kicks cars into lakes and breaks space and continues just because. Have a little about it. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, this is basically the same thing where people are saying just because it's a fantastical world, Karen's most certainly psychic only inside the town. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I was hoping. Yeah. Well, I do admit that the Cameron speaks to Evan thing is hella stupid. Yeah, true. We don't know if it actually happened because Cameron can make this shit up. But then when they get an echo, Cameron will stop seeing second level hallucination will turn normal mushroom thingies. I hope. Fucking hope. And then we have this idiot. No one is gayer than me. Funny. Seeing you around, you're kind of just a judgmental asshole. Okay, I guess, arsehole. See you around, you can't just a judgmental asshole. Now I was gonna argue with your points, but this whole post is an ass more than just saying. You spelled it wrong. If anyone doesn't like the same stuff used, I'm not gonna bother. Well, imagine that, not even going to criticize things because you made a premature judgment about my personality, and therefore that gives you the right to judge things about me. Of course it does. And of course you have. I am God himself, too. So not the fact it's a mediocre director video feeling half sequel that just feels plain boring and unnecessary. Yeah, that's a no. That's a no. But yeah, I have very strong feelings about this fucking game. I really like Echo, and I hope that Hallie's able to pull it in and all that. Anyway, that's really all I wanted to do. It was just me, like, going over these comments because honestly, I felt like I should. And also just to prove the point that I genuinely, like, some FVN fans don't have critical thinking, others do. And it really feels like media consumption in general has been ruined. Which what else is new, honestly? What else is new? Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed and all that shit. See ya, fuckers.